Live here on Facebook on my personal page. I'm going live on my members only Facebook group. I'm going to on my private Facebook group for non-members. I'm going live on YouTube, all here at the same time. So 4 different pages. Let's see who shows up, shall we? Why am I doing this? Well, maybe you're not going to catch me live. I'm looking over here. We've got nobody yet, but they're coming. I know they are. Um, I'm actually doing this through as a personal favor for those of you who could help. Okay. Again, I got you on my personal page. I've got you on my two Facebook groups for my business, as well as my YouTube page. And what am I doing? I'm coming to you not as the restaurant expert, but coming to you as a human being who needs your help, especially those of you who've been hanging out for a while. Here's what I'm asking. It's not a restaurant topic. It's not nothing. I want to tell you about a fundraiser we're doing for my rowing club, but I'm going to tell you why it's important to me. So some of you may know, I grew up in Atlantic City, New Jersey, went to Atlantic City High School. I rowed for my coach, Bob Garbett, who was like a dad to me when my parents were divorced. He was that father figure I needed. And I went from this overweight, unathletic kid into a scholarship athlete, where I had scholarships to 2 different universities. I chose Northeastern University because my ego wanted to be Division I. And it literally it changed my life. It morphed me into a competent person. The coach that I am for you today, a lot of that is from rowing, as well as my experience at Northeastern University. We had triumphs and we had tragedy. We had lots of things that went on. And rowing was a deep part of my life and my identity. Well, then it took 30 something years off. And in that time, I'd built a company that was a restaurant training coaching company back in 2003. And as things went on, my business partner at that company that I brought on offered to buy me out. And this is 2019, 18, 19, 19. It's foggy to me now, right before the pandemic. So it was 19. And it was tough for me. It was tough. I had pandemic hit. I put on weight. I had suffered a heart attack in 2018. I wasn't my healthy self, and I was feeling a little downy dumps because I had sold the company that I started, and it was earlier than I wanted to. And that would hurt my ego, hurt my identity. Who was I? And over the time, I went out, I'm to give you the long story long, I bought a rowing device called an oar board. It's oarboard.com. I think it's a great product. Anybody who's looking to row anywhere, because it's not a racing shell, but like a mountain bike for all intents and purposes. It's a stand-up paddleboard, there's a fixed unit on there. And I started rowing again on Lake Pleasant nearby here, about 40 minutes away. And I'd go all of a sudden 3 days a week. And then I went 6 days a week. And I started rowing again and loving it. Next thing you know, I guest row in 3 different places in what was it? Miami Beach, in New Orleans, in Las Vegas. And next thing you know, I signed up for the club here in Tempe, Arizona. And I've transformed not only my health, my well-being, but my life again. After a 30 plus year hiatus from 1988, the last time I rode, to just about a year and a half ago, made a huge change. And it's been so important to me. I go 6 days a week. I wake up at 3:45 in the morning, and I'm on the lake in Tempe, which is 40 minutes away. By 5 a.m. is when practice is. I've purchased a single. I'm now out there 3 of those days out on my own with the team, but in a single. I have a real passion for it. I'm racing again and winning medals. And I probably have more success as a master's rower than I did as a high school or collegiate athlete. But with that said, I'm traveling this weekend to the San Diego area to race in regionals. 2 weeks later, I'm going to be in England rowing Henley, the Masters version of the regatta, which is a bucket list thing for me. I'll be coming back, going to Indianapolis and rowing in nationals. I'll be finding my way to Canada, St. Catharines, to row the Royal Canadian Henley. Lots of travel, lots of camaraderie, lots of racing, health, like I love it. I'm now so sucked in, I got on our board, the board of directors for Rio Salado Rowing Club, where I row now. I love these people. They're like brothers and sisters to me. And what we do is we empower adults to row. We've got para rowers. I row with a woman who I think is amazing. She is a walking paraplegic and rode in college and has rehabilitated herself. And I think it's just amazing. Love her spirit, love her as a person, love her as an athlete. And I enjoy when I go out and row with her. I've got people that I've met who started rowing just years ago, not in college and what have you. And then there are a few of us that are from college and high school and so on. It's a great community. Men, women, there are people in their 80s rowing. There are people in their 20s rowing and everything in between. I'm 50, what am I, 56? I'm getting old, 57 in rowing years. And it means the world to me. But we're in a position where we need your help because we're a small club. And just our dues alone cannot keep up with the demand of how expensive equipment is, but especially safety equipment. So I'll give you, for instance, we are in need of a launch. We're in need of motors. We're in need of megaphones and other safety equipment and potentially some other boats. And this is where you come in. We need to raise about $100,000. There's a QR code on here, whether you're watching me live or you are going to be watching this as a recording. There's a QR code right there on the screen. And for those of you who don't want to QR code it to death, if you will, I'm going to put on here a caption if you wanted to go to the URL and get there. So either the URL or that. And I need your help. Anything, $5, $20, does not matter. I've got people, if you're a restaurant person and you've been following me, I'm giving you a deal that from $5 to $500, you have my gratitude. From $501 to $1,000, I'll send you a signed copy of my book. You let me know you donated, I will get it off to you. If you do $1,001 to $5,000, hey, I'm going to give you 2 seats to one of my 2-day seminars in Las Vegas, you and a guest. And you have 2 years to use it by the end of 2025. So if you're going to pay for the seats anyway, you could donate and be a part of it. And I can tell you that it's going to go far. It's going to help a lot of athletes. It's going to keep people safe. How do I know? We had a lot of rain here this winter, just like California, and they were letting off all the water from the dams up north, and our little man-made lake, if you will, with 2 pontoons on either side that just kind of hold it in place. Well, here comes a runoff, and it was so bad that we put a temporary line, a buoy line, because there's an edge. It like goes over, and then there was a raging river that went down all throughout the Phoenix marketplace. Well, one morning I'm in my single. I didn't know they put this temporary buoy line in, and I got stuck. The current was so bad that I got stuck. I was literally pinned sideways on this, and if I had fallen, very well could have drowned. 40 minutes later, coach comes in a launch, which, oh, by the way, is a launch that needs a new motor, needs new everything. And as he's pulling me, stalls, he's getting stuck, pulling me, stalls. It was dangerous. So this is close to home. Not only is it the sport I love and I need your help, but it's also for safety's sake. So if you can see it in your heart of hearts, here I am as a 56-year-old adult selling candy bars. I thought I was done with this fundraising stuff, right? But it looks like I'm not. If you have it in your heart, please scan that little QR code. Go to our GoFundMe page. It's a 501c. So anybody in the United States, it's 100% tax deductible. Or you can go to the URL that's on my screen, the GoFundMe /B5A08221. Type that short URL in. I'd be so grateful. And for my friends and family, well, if it's in your budget, love to have your help. That's about it. I can tell you that I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching, being a part of this. If you have any questions, email me at david@davidscottpeters.com. Do know I'll be a little slow to get back to you because after tomorrow night, I start to fly to go to the race, and then I've got a speech in Puerto Rico, and then I'll be back. So if I'm slow to get back to you, that's why. I appreciate, love every one of you. Thanks for listening. See you on the other side. Kick some ass, everybody.